Hello, Daniel Friedman here, also known as the Web Doctor, with an example of what a good website is and how you can make sure you do them. Just by way of introduction, I have been doing web strategy for 20 years now, and I've worked on over 200 websites. And really, the remarkable thing is how much all of them have in common, and how common many of the mistakes are, and how easily avoided they are if only you follow four simple principles. I will try in this presentation to not be the mean coach, but to be the nice guy by the side, imparting some words of wisdom. So really, I only have four simple principles for you, which is sort of the fruits of everything I've learned. Number one is you can't be too obvious when you're doing a website. What's obvious to you is not obvious about the users, which leads to point number two. It's not about you, it's about your clients. Point number three is you must always, always, always talk about benefits and not features. Everybody's familiar with that adage, but it isn't always put into practice. And I'll show you some examples of how to do that. And the fourth and perhaps most important principle is get emails. You must get emails. It's the foundation of your business. Your email list is the foundation of your business. You can't be dependent on Facebook or other third-party services. So the entire point of your website should be to gather emails and get opt-ins and begin a dialogue with people that leads to sales. So let's use the example of a site from one of our business coaching clients, Rich Ryan. The site is called Reinforced Running. What I like about this site is it's so intuitive, it's so simple, and it's so obvious. So the key message here, which you can see at a glance, is how to PR your next race, period. Runners are interested in one thing, which is how to run faster. So Rich's niche is people who are at least somewhat competitive runners, and they want to run faster races. And despite all their hard work, sometimes they aren't. So the message is, I'm the guy to do that. So look at how obvious this is and how we constantly reinforce the message. How to PR your next race. There's a cheat sheet called How to PR Your Next Race, and that's kind of the message. We actually had to do a 1 hour brainstorming session to come up with something so obvious. Like all good ideas, it seems obvious in retrospect. Run faster and live better. We page down, want to train smarter and run faster. Again, the message, run faster, PR. I'm a running coach who will get you across the finish line in record time. Say goodbye to cookie cutter programs. Say hello to a custom plan that really works. We'll track everything. Runners are numbers nerds. They like to track things. Find out more. This leads to his online coaching page. And right away, right on the home page, we have two killer, very brief, on-point testimonials with images. You must have images for testimonials. These are between 42 and 46 words each. I just happen to know. And right away, an invitation to book your free transformation call that leads to an intake form. And guess what the topic of the first three blog posts are? Get fit fast by reading the latest blog posts. 7 common running mistakes and how to avoid them. How to dominate a Tough Mudder or Spartan race. Why you need to eat more to lose weight and run faster. Seriously. So what I wanted to show here at a glance is how we drive home the message. So let's go back up to the top. If you click here, this leads to a very simple pop-up to download that cheat sheet. And oddly enough, our experience has been going to a separate page actually works better in terms of conversion than having it on the same page. That's been our experience with Eric and also our experience with our business coaching clients. So then the cheat sheet is very simple. We've gotten away from ebooks. It's now our best and latest thinking that works better is a simple cheat sheet, 1 or 2 pages that can be consumed in 4 to 7 minutes and is hyper optimized for mobile. So the whole point of this is just to get people on the email list. This is the first thing that's delivered in the first email. So just 3 quick tips: run slower to become faster. Don't always fall into the trap of training at your goal pace. Do this. A couple of tips on pacing. Very brief example of progression here and how to regularly check your progress. And then we have links to a couple of running calculators. So that's it. And that introduces them to an email sequence in which we give value for several emails. And I think it's only in email 6 or 7 that we actually make the pitch for Rich's coaching services. So let's look next at the online coaching page, which is really the essence of the site. But before I do that, I would like to point out how simple the nav bar is and how few pages there are. The trend in web design is towards extreme simplicity, and it's a good trend, and longer pages because people scroll rather than click. And what you want to avoid, particularly for mobile, is a bunch of drop-downs. There are no drop-downs whatsoever, and there are basically 4 pages on this site. And what those 4 pages are obviously will be determined by your niche. Many of our clients have a page on something like, mental training or mindset, but runners don't want to talk about their feelings, God forbid. They just want numbers. So we don't have a mindset page. So online coaching, which is really the essence of the site. Let's take a look at that. And again, you're going to see that it is relatively short and simple, and it's kind of done for readability. Just the way the images are put in, the paragraphs are broken up, they're interspersed with testimonials again, and it's very much to the point, and the whole point is to drive them to click here to the form in which we set up a sales call. So, key thing on any sales page, it's a whole separate topic. I can make a separate video on that. But very briefly, you've got to start with the benefit. And it's got to be obvious at a glance how to get the PRs you deserve and avoid injury by running smarter and faster. So again, principle of you can't be too obvious. We're slamming home the obvious point yet again. Stop wasting time with mix and match running programs. A lot of Rich's people are members of running clubs, or they read books or magazines, and the whole pitch is you need better, more expert advice. Start using a winning plan from an expert coach. So very quickly, we get into a client story. It's heartbreaking. You put in the work, you log the miles, you're focused and disciplined, but the racing season's over, no new PR. So we tell Rob's story, and then right away Rob's endorsement. Then Rich introduces himself, says what the secrets are: willingness to work hard, the ability to break old habits, the fortitude to exceed your comfort zone. So, Rich, I love him dearly. He's a client. He's not exactly a feely, touchy guy, and he doesn't want to babysit people, and he wants that message to be clear. And I think it is clear from the copy. And then you always have to explain exactly what online training is, because a lot of people still are not familiar with the concept. So again, here for each feature, there's a benefit. So statements like "so that," to fuel your performance. So it's not just how it works, it's what it does and why you should care and what it will do for you. So a common example of a feature versus a benefit is a feature of a large car let's say an SUV for your whole family would be how big it is and how powerful it is. That's the features. The benefit is you can get your whole family together all at once and make memories to live a lifetime. So again, paging down, we have testimonials and the take action. So let's go to the OCR, obstacle course racing page. Again, the same, a different copy, but the same structure. The benefit right in the headline, how to build the strength, skill, and endurance you need to dominate your next obstacle course race. So the problem is a lot of people jump into these without the proper training and the proper strength basis. So again, client story, he caught the OCR bug big time, he trained hard, but he didn't train smart. He learned new skills. These are the new skills. And here's how to become an OCR ass kicker. And here's his lesson. Strength matters. It matters so much, we put it in bold in big letters. And he can also mention his background as CrossFit instructor, so a little bit unusual, CrossFit and running. And he talks about what he can do for you, race-specific workouts, again, the benefits and the features combined, the testimonials, and again, take action. And then we have the blog posts. So those are the first three ones. And these are in some detail. This one is so good, we're going to publish it as a guest blog post on Bach Performance as well. So here are the common mistakes: no base work, ignoring weaknesses, racing too often, stop trying to do everything at once. So again, you can see how readable this is and how in-depth this is. So we call these pillar content, and typically these are quite long, about 1,500 words, that covers everything. And again, the message is, I'm the expert, I'm your guy, I can get you where you need to go. So that's it for this video. Hope you liked it. Send me feedback in the comments below. And if you like this format, I can do some more on other topics. Talk to you soon. Thank you.